Do you know what it feels like to be rejected by your own father, even in his will? I thought I knew what heartbreak was, but on the day my father's will was read, I learned what real pain felt like. My father, Harold, was a successful man. He built a real estate empire from scratch. He owned mansions, yachts, private jets. But to me, he was just Dad, a father I always tried to reach, but somehow never could. And then he died, suddenly, a heart attack while traveling in Europe. I never got to tell him the things I wanted to say. And then came the will. As the lawyer read every line, I sat there, hoping that he still loved me. But I was wrong. He gave everyone everything. His second wife, her children from a previous marriage, my siblings, even distant relatives, everyone, except me, his youngest daughter, me, who loved him unconditionally. I got nothing. I remember being a little girl. I always wanted my father's attention. I drew pictures for him. I sang for him. I did everything to make him look at me, but my father was always busy. Always a call, a meeting, a business deal. He never had time for me. Sometimes he'd pat my head, tell me I was a good girl, but I knew he didn't really see me. I was just another child in the big house, a painting on the wall, a living piece of furniture. As I got older, I started rebelling. I didn't want to be a good girl anymore. I wanted him to see me. If he wouldn't look at me because I was good, then I'd make him look at me by being bad. But it didn't work. He just sent me to boarding schools, then hired people to take care of me. He paid to not be a father. He came over and said, "Emma, you can't keep going like this. I've enrolled you in a school in Switzerland. There, you'll have better opportunities." I screamed furiously that you don't want me, you just want me gone. You hate me. I know you do. Emma, don't say that. I love you. I just want what's best for you. I love you. Those words, I heard them millions of times, but I didn't believe them. I couldn't, because love isn't sending your child away when she needs you most. Love isn't paying others to raise your child. Love is presence, patience, being there. I grew up, I studied architecture because I loved building beautiful, lasting things. Unlike my father, he built to make money. I built to create meaning. Maybe that's why he never understood me. Emma, I have an offer. Come work for my company. I'll train you. One day, all of this will be yours. Thank you, but I don't want that. I have my own career. I design homes for ordinary people, not for billionaires. That work means something to me. You don't understand. This world isn't for idealists. You won't survive without money. One day you'll regret this. I saw the disappointment in my father's eyes when I refused his offer. He couldn't understand why I didn't want to become a version of him. I think he saw it as a betrayal. I didn't want his empire. I just wanted his love, but I didn't know how to say that. Charles and Laura, my siblings, they always knew how to say the right things. They worked for him. They flattered him. They were the perfect children in his eyes. And me? I was always the different one, the one who wouldn't play by his rules. I waited. For years, I waited for my father to call me, to ask about my life, to be proud of what I'd done. But he never called. He only called when he needed something, and I always came. I was always available, because I thought maybe, this time, he would see me. On the day the will was read, I sat in that room, my heart pounding. I looked at my family members, the ones who always tried to please my father. They sat there like vultures waiting for prey. And me? I sat there, just wanting to hear my father say he loved me. I sat there nervously. I told myself, it'll be okay. Dad wouldn't forget me. He'll give me something. A small house, some money, anything to prove he thought of me. But I was wrong. Excuse me, what about me? You didn't mention me. You must have forgotten.
I'm sorry. In the will, Mr. Harold specifically noted ... leaving nothing to Emma Haroldson.
Can you imagine that feeling? Sitting in a room, watching everyone around you get what they wanted, while you got nothing. I didn't care about the money. I had my own life. But for my father to intentionally exclude me from his will, that told me everything he thought about me, or didn't think about me. Charles was calling me. Emma, are you okay? I'm sorry, but that was Dad's wish. You know he always had issues with you. Oh really? You think so too? That Dad never loved me? Emma, you know, Dad was complicated. I don't know what to say. I hung up. I didn't need to hear his excuses. I needed the truth. And the truth was, in my father's eyes, I didn't matter. I wasn't worth remembering, wasn't worth leaving anything to. A week after the will reading, I found this, a letter tucked in my old things. I didn't even know it was there. My father's handwriting. I recognized it immediately. My hands were shaking as I opened it.
My dearest Emma, if you're reading this letter, then I'm no longer in this world. I'm writing this because I know you'll be hurt when you receive nothing in the will. I want you to know the truth. I didn't reap your money, stocks, or assets, because I know that, out of all my children, you're the one who doesn't need them. You're the strongest one. You're the one who can build her own life. Charles and Laura, they won't survive without my inheritance. Margaret, she'll spend it all in a few years. But you'll be fine. You always are. You don't understand. This world isn't for idealists. You won't survive without money. One day you'll regret this. I made many mistakes in my life. With your mother, with you. I never knew how to be a good father. But I love you, Emma. I've always loved you, and I'm proud of you. You're the only child who dared to live life on your own terms. That's what I admire most about you. With all my love, Dad.
My father gave everyone money, but he gave me something more valuable. He gave me recognition. He gave me trust. He believed I could live without his money, and that meant more to me than everything he gave them. I had misunderstood everything. For years, I thought my father didn't love me. I thought he saw me as a failure, but he didn't. He saw me as his strongest child, the only one who could stand on her own 2 feet, and he wanted me to keep being myself. I built my home on the land my father gave me. It's not big, it's not flashy, but it's mine. I designed every detail myself, every room, every window, every small corner, and every time I walk through that door, I remember my father.
Thank you for listening.